From Trinidad to Tuvalu, welcome fellow fans of Clash of Clans. There's a couple of obscure ones. It is your host, Galadon, and we saw an extremely exciting, very close match between two extremely high-ranked professional Clash of Clans teams, Tribe Gaming and Chazmac Gaming. And man, let me tell you, we saw some action, we saw some amazing triples, some very close fails, and we are going to talk about both in the next couple of episodes on the channel. Today, let's focus on some of the crazy moves that these Tribe guys pulled off, and tomorrow, let's expose the Tribe bases, the ones that worked. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel, you turn on notifications, and be ready, because you can also get the earliest and most accurate update information. But wait, I'm not supposed to talk fast until the end of the video. Let's get into the replays. All right, Stefan, first off, from Tribe Gaming. And really what we're doing here is taking a look at the bases, taking a look at the layouts, the designs, where the spell towers are, the Inferno towers, the scatter shots, and of course the army composition. Always exciting to see the Electro Titan, and actually, even though we didn't see a lot of full-on Electro Titan attacks like this one, we saw a ton of Electro Titans being used as accessory troops, right? Helping out a little bit with a funnel or clearing one section of the base or another. That's exciting to see. Always cool to see the brand new troops getting used. But hold on, check this out, because this is insane what Stefan is pulling off right here. It looks relatively simple, but notice that the Warden Walk, Queen Charge, or it's a combination over there on the left-hand side, they're headed off to the left, and the Flame Flinger is going to go in and single-handedly wipe out the Town Hall. You heard me! That's right, watch this. By late in the attack, that siege machine will have wiped out a quarter of the base and the Town Hall. It's like Stefan just ignored that portion. I can't ignore it. We got to sit here and watch this, and that's why I'm going to stay a little bit zoomed out, because yes, you've got the E-Titans working their way in on the top left-hand side of the base. That seems to be the recurring theme from the pros. Yeah, I'll get the Town Hall. Don't sweat it, you guys. You know, maybe later on we'll destroy the Town Hall, because it doesn't seem to be the first order of business in a lot of these attacks. So, okay, E-Titans top left, the siege machine bottom right is still going. And that was a big part of the beginning of this attack, was clearing that Expo out of the way with lightning so that there would be nothing, not a single defense firing upon the siege machine. And that is why you can see that it's almost, not quite, but almost going to take out the Town Hall just with the catapult action. It's going to be the deployment of troops, and get ready for it. Rocket Loons and Sneaky Goblins are just going to absolutely bum rush the Town Hall. Here they come. There they go. And yeah, just the Rocket Loons, the Sneaky Goblins were enough. It was like Stefan knew that was calculated to be the victorious combination, because now the Yetis go on as bonus troops and help clear out that Tesla, a couple other buildings bottom right. And then you've got the Invis spell, keeping the Royal Champion up a little bit longer. Archer Queen, Royal Champion, neither one of them have used their abilities. And yeah, Stefan with one of the most overpowering 3 stars in this war. That was very close, as you saw at the beginning of the episode, 13-13 tie, which also speaks volumes to or against those who claim that offense is just way too strong right now. These are the top players in the game, and they're not 3-starring every base. Now, of course, 60% of bases, but that seems about right. I mean, I think that 60% or so 3 stars for professional players is a solid number, and I bet you anything that's a number that the Clash team is pretty happy with. They want the 3 stars to happen, just not all the time. Okay, let's move on to the second attack of the day, and Ricky Rez, Invis versus Invis. When an Invis spell meets an Invis tower, what happens? Well, it was a bit delayed, but notice that Ricky Rez is eventually going to get the Town Hall down. Multiple offensive invisibility spells, and there you go. So beautiful entry. This is, of course, different than what I was just talking about, dealing with the Town Hall right away. And you're also seeing a relatively traditional Lalo style attack with, yes, one Electro Titan that's going to be rolling in here with the King and the Queen on the far left-hand side, just to kind of help create this very broad funnel. You'll notice that sometimes you get these little narrow funnels where you specifically want the Archer Queen to go. Well, okay, the Archer Queen has herself been funneled into the left-hand side of the base, but then there's a funnel within a funnel. It's funnelception. because you've got a funnel for the Archer Queen and the Barb King, and then they are going to funnel the remainder of the troops, also taking out another air defense. And then you'll see that a very broad area up here, top left, that's where the balloons, the Lava Hound roll in, and of course this base is about to get annihilated. But the heroes are still up. I just don't understand the whole Sui hero thing. You're not using healers. Nobody needs healers. These heroes are still going strong on the left-hand side. 41% of the base is gone. The balloons just starting to make their way in. And notice neutralizing that big O monolith. And of course, spell, timing, and placement. Every single haste, rage, freeze, and viz. Optimal timing, optimal placement, getting incredible value. And speaking of value, here comes the Royal Champion top right. She's going to wipe out all sorts of defenses, headed straight in. Well, eventually, after that scatter shot, defensive Archer Queen frozen, trying to reach out and grab a couple other defenses right there. Ricky Rez drops his final haste spell. That gets the balloons moving through the remainder of the splash damage. Got to worry about those wizard towers. Lots of cleanup troops, and that is something I see again and again from these pro players, is they've got these cleanup troops to grab those last few percentage points. The minions, you've got a goblin out there, you've got a super sneaky, super stupid goblin out there. There's a couple of goblins, and yeah, so I'm just saying, I'm just watching this myself and going, okay, good, Galadon, maybe we should bring more cleanup troops if we really want to grab 3 stars. Ricky Rez makes it look easy, and Tribe with another triple. But we're not done yet. Again, today we're focusing on offense. We'll look at defense in tomorrow's episode. And yes, some of those fails right there, we will show you those. I will expose the bases that are working for the best players in the world. And okay, so last attack of the day. What do you know? Yes, that's right. So despite the fact that I recently made a video talking about how the meta is changing and players are using super bowlers and everything else, yeah, you'll notice that everybody kind of tends to fall into their habits, and the habits of Tribe and other American players, perhaps German players. I'm not sure if it's a regional thing, but a lot of players here using the Lalo attacks, whether it's Sui heroes like we just saw, or with a Queen charge with the healers right here. It seems to be basically the most consistent attack. And I've noticed, and I remember this from casting the Worlds a few years back, that you'll see other attacks dominate different regions of the world. Like China, Korea, those players use more Queen charges, more ground attacks. Tribe and Americans, Germans, some of the Western Europeans seem to be dominated with Lalo. And I don't know if that's like a cultural thing, a geographic thing, a social thing, more likely just those players who are in the same clans, in the same Discord channel, communicating with each other, are likely to end up using similar style attacks. It's interesting. It could be a whole social experiment to see why and how that works. But okay, let's not delve into that today. Let's just talk about the attacks. Okay, so we've got Fluxy wrapping up the war, and yes, it was close. Both teams had 13 stars. Tribe ended up winning on percentage. It doesn't get much closer than that, and it's just, I don't know. It's always fun to watch this stuff. If you guys saw the live streams, I assume these were live streamed somewhere by someone. It was probably a lot of fun to watch as well. Those of you that didn't, here you are. And yeah, so we pick up some tips. We get to see some maxed out bases in action, some maxed out armies, some really nice free spells right there, keeping the Queen alive a little bit longer as once again, Lalo rolls in, and I'm not going to complain about it. I'm embracing the new variety, seeing super archers, super bowlers, super wizards, other ground troops. It's great knowing that, Queen Charge Hybrid. Oh, by the way, yeah, Queen Charge Hybrid. So I pushed in Legend League this past end of the Legend League season. Queen Charge Hybrid works really, really well up to about 5,500 trophies. And then beyond that, oh man, it did not serve me very well. And in fact, this is all I'm going to go into it. I'm not going to make a video talking about my fails because nobody wants to watch that, because you could see that in any live stream. But yeah, let's just say that if you want to crush the top bases, you probably need to come from the sky like these guys did. And it was awesome. It was exciting. It was close, but Tribe squeaked it out. Wish they could have done that in the Worlds and grabbed #1, but one of these days they will. So, like I said, tomorrow, come back and we will check out these replays. We will see why these bases held off the world's best players and see if maybe some of those strategies we can employ in our very own bases at home. In the meantime, thank you, Galafan, for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. You know you are the true hashtag Galafan. That is why I love thinking about it and appreciate every single one of you every single day. So get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, week, month, year, be kind to other people. I am on the planet. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, breathe, man, breathe. A man of your advanced years should not be straining himself.